So today I'm going to review the Saris MHS rack, one of my favorite bike racks in existence. It is just beefy steel, 60 pounds, tested by the guys of Wisconsin. So super safe, and you could have, up to, I believe, 4 on this one. And what makes this rack really special is it's very secure, has a beautiful cam system that goes on top of the hitch. And then a one-handed operation right here. You can have, this goes all the way to the ground, so you can just roll the bikes in if you need, maybe have a ramp. But a really cool ratchet, and then you have a tool-free system here if you have different wheel sizes. Because who has tools, right? When all you want to do is load up your racks. Has a really nice locking system here, 2 of them. Pretty good sized cable. When you need to get some gas, use the restroom. Pick up a donut. So really cool. Disadvantages: super heavy, 75 pounds. So if you take your rack on off and on, this is not the way to go. It has a wheel tray here, so it's not really practical to move the bikes fore and aft. The straps are kind of a pain, but you really don't need the straps. None of the competition uses straps, but if you are 4-wheeling, they do have straps that they give you. This one hangs kind of low. They did put the protector. And it's not elevated, like some racks. So interesting. But 2 of my friends bought it on my recommendation, and I did check with them. I go, hey, what's the full review? What's the word? They were all good. They didn't like the weight. They said we're not gonna take this rack off, but they were super impressed, and it looks slick too on any vehicle. This rack, you won't be ashamed to just leave it on the rack. Fairly low profile. And it looks secure, and a few years later, even though there's plastic parts, it holds up pretty darn well. All right, thanks a ton, guys. All right, now I'm going to show you how to install this rack. It is heavy. You gotta make sure you're wearing proper footwear, hold it properly. There's some sharp edges. Hardest thing about installing a rack is threading it through the hitch. You gotta have a good hold on it. And then right here, this is a through bolt style, so you do need a bolt that Saris provides. So somehow you need to align it, and if you do it properly, you can just thread it by hand. And then something that's really essential is a one-way ratchet socket wrench, because you don't have a lot of room here. If you have a ratchet, it makes easy work of it, and you do have to apply force while you are wobbling the tray. Wobbling the tray provides the room for the anti-wobble cam to take up the slack. So you keep wobbling it, keep tightening it until the wobble disappears. And this particular one by Saris is a good one because it's a big plate that goes on top of the hitch, and it presses against the hitch receiver in a vertical manner, so the rack stays perfectly level. But the great advantage of this rack, aside from being so sturdy, is it's a one-handed lift operation right there, and this arm can go all the way down if you want a ramp or anything like that. So I'm gonna put on an e-bike, show you guys some muscle. That's at least a 90-pound e-bike. No, actually more like 40. And there's a rest here for the wheel. So hopefully I can demonstrate that to you guys, what it does. And then push the front hard. So now you're on the rest and on the tray. And what you get is something pretty sturdy. The wheel doesn't go back and forth. And then boom, get the front wheel in, get the rear wheel in. Look at that, pedal's already there. And here, pedal's not quite right. Gotta make sure it's in the space. And then boom, I'm good to go. And make sure you check for interference. If they're getting close, if you hit a rough road, speed bumps, you're gonna scratch each other. if this thing is spinning, if they're too close to each other, your rack, you know, you could hold this together, you know, with a little Velcro. So, you know, prepare that stuff and you'll be worry free.